Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is Laura with Diamond Painting and Stitching with Laura, and this is the one that I just unboxed. Let me show you what it looks like. It is Birds and Flowers. It's from Captain Crafts from Amazon, and this is what it looks like. I'll turn it this way so you can actually see. Whoops, sorry, my bad. Now this is on the pattern, and it's broken down, I didn't see this before, into 12 sections. So the section we're going to work on is number 9. So there are page numbers. There's the page numbers, the numbers that correspond with these sections at the bottom of each one of these little pages. So we have to go to number 9. Let me fold this back so we don't have so much to deal with. Okay, this is our corner right here. And the color we're going to use is Q. And so when you look on your pattern book, in the back, the numbers, the key is right here. This is part of them. So you look for the letter Q, and you can see that it is right, let me see if I can get my hand there without dropping everything, is this one. It's 956 in the DMC world, and the rest of this is on the back, right here. So you might have to flip back and forth. So I went to my threads, and I found number 25, which is this one right here where my finger is. See how it has the numbers running along the top? So I just pulled out a strand of 6, you know. Now, some people do 11 counts with 3 strands. I use 2. That's up to you. Totally up to you. I was looking for the instruction thing, and on the instruction says, let me look. If it says, see, I just thought that 3 strands was kind of poofy. It might fill it in all right, but it just was too poofy, and I couldn't see what I was doing after a while. So we're going to start here, and I wanted to start with you from scratch. Now later on, I will go back through. As you know, if you've been watching me for any time, you know that I put my colors in little baggies. I don't know what I did with them. I had them here 2 seconds ago. Hang on, guys. And I just get the snack bags like this. This is from Kroger. And there are 90 in this box. I bought several of these. And then, well, I use, oh my goodness, talk about disorganization. Then I get a gallon Ziploc bag, and I put all the little baggies in there. And on each baggie, I will write the color number, and I'll say Birds and Flowers. And then I'll put the number that was at the top. I don't have it right now. I don't know that it's on this. I think it was a, hang on, might be over here. It is number, here's the number right on the front of the page, D953. And I will put that on this and on the outside of the very big baggie, and that way, in case for any reason it gets separated from this canvas, I know that those colors go with this, almost said diamond painting. Jeez, have I been doing that too long? Go with this counted, stamped count and cross stitch. Now, get some light over here, and I just began in this corner, and I will go through. I've got a thread that's pretty long, so I will do, say within these leaves right in here, until I run out of this color thread. Now I've got 4 more strands. I got 2 in there. So when I use that up, That way I don't have to put it back. Unless it was a small space, I would have cut a smaller area. Hopefully you can see where I am at. And I want to show you one other thing. Hang on, I'm going to pause you just. Okay, for the excess part of the canvas, I've rolled it up and I've secured both sides. The other side looks just like this, with a paper clip to hold it in place. So anyway, I'm back. And that way it won't move or shift while I'm working on it. And it also helps to hold it on your lap that way. You could, if you'd like, you can put this in a scroll thing. This is 70 inches wide, or 70 centimeters wide. Hang on, I'll tell you how much that is. This whole canvas, ouch, sorry, I ran into the leg. It is, unless you have a really big scroll, this is almost 29 inches across. And mine is 26, I believe, is what I bought last. But if you have one that big, sure, I would put it on there. You know, whatever works for you. It just didn't work for me, that is. Hang on, I gotta get you where I need you. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we're gonna, sorry guys, didn't mean to keep moving you back and forth. Hang on. Alright, I'm back. So hopefully all that information will help you to get started on, you know, your on your cross stitch thing. And you always want to keep your stitches consistent and do them in the same direction all the way through it. Oops. You don't want to lose the thread out of the needle, because that just causes more problems, like I did. But that way it'll make it a little bit easier if somebody explains how they get to this point. You know, I mean, now this is just the way I do it. It's not the way everybody does it. It's not the book the way to do it. I mean, that I know, I have no idea. I taught myself, so to speak. I did know how to cross stitch, but I had to have some kind of organizational plan because I have so many stitch project things going. So, but this, now when you finish this, I've never finished anything, so I can't tell you, but, or speak from experience, when you finish this, you are going to place it all in warm water, and just a couple drops of, oh, I don't know that I'd use woolite right off the bat, but just a little dish soap, just a tiny bit. I know that Colepaxi has used dish soap. So just a little bit of soap. You don't want to get major suds going or anything. And then let it sit there, and all of this ink that everywhere on this canvas will cease to exist. So while you're working on this, be very careful that your hands are not wet, or you do not drop any kind of water on it, because I do know that part for a fact, that I dropped, water of some kind on it, and it started to make all the ink bleed. But this is water soluble ink that's on here. So, it's a pretty color. So just so you know, remember that it'll go away. It really will. It bled, and it really wasn't in a place that was too bad, so I could kind of fudge my way around it. But and any of these pre-stamped are that way. And if the die doesn't come out the first time, let it sit a little longer, because that happened to Colepaxi. I mean, Colepaxi, Crayola Pix. We have a town called Colepaxi. Jeez, so I'm really lost here. That it didn't come off right away, and it finally did come out. I would not suggest machine washing this. What I would do is I would clean it, rinse it really well if you put soap in there, And after you get it all wet and all cleaned off where you want it to be, um, then I would lay it out flat on towels like you were blocking a sweater per se, or any other kind of needlecraft. And I'd get the excess of that water out. I'd blot it with a really thirsty towel, as my mother used to say. um, and then lay it out as flat as you can and as straight as you can. You don't want it to be going jagged or anything. And let it dry. And then I would lay it down on another towel, and then put like a tea towel, weight towel, and steam press it on the wrong side. Really light steam press. Maybe even just enough to get the wrinkles out, but not. I wouldn't use too much steam. You don't want to even do that part, the ironing part, until after you've taken all the dyes out, because otherwise they will bleed everywhere. So, and there are instructions on how to care for this after you've finished. It comes with this kit. So I was really happy about that, because I've never really reached that part, you know. So 500 years from now, when I finish this, I'll be working on this in heaven. Then, I don't know what she's barking at. She's so silly. But, I forgot what I was saying. I sidetracked. Sparkly squirrel, it's Monday. I've had sparkly squirrels all day at work. Yeah, it was a little better than yesterday, but not too much. But I was by myself most of the day, so. So anyway, that is the way I would handle things. And I'm just gonna work each little section of flowers. Like I'll go up here and do these blues next, or this right down here, to finish this, since it is not a full, because this white is going to be your background afterwards. So we will see. But so far it's stitching up really well. I love the quality of the thread from Joy Sunday. It's just an absolute dream compared to that other nightmare I got. So that's what happens when you go and try out other places. You might find that the quality of their fabric or their threads are not as good as others, And I found that out, and it's a good thing that wasn't a big kit, or I'd have been really pissed. Because I would have definitely sent it back. It was a nightmare. That one from Jaylyn or Joylyn or whatever the hell it was. I don't know. I'll never buy from there again. And that was from Amazon. But, so, hope everybody had a good weekend and get ready to start the new week here and do what you have to do this week. Some people are on vacation, I know, but I'm not going to get a vacation this summer, so we will see. Not much going on here this weekend. It's supposed to be busy again. We've got, I think, Boom Days in Leadville, so that ought to draw in a lot of people, and they have to go through here if they're coming from the south to go to Leadville. But if they're coming from the other direction, like say Denver, they go up through Copper Mountain and then right into Leadville. But so I expect a lot of people, and there's not a lot of places. I mean, unless you want to camp in the national forest per se, you can camp there, but a lot of people want to stay at a hotel or a motel or whatever, and they don't have too many, so the overflow comes here because it's only 30 some miles away. And there's a few on the way here now, and there's some RV parks in between all that, but it's a little rough unless you want to go out and rough it. you know, and go camping. It's kind of hard this time of year to find a hotel or a motel to stay at. We have a few in town. We've probably got, I'd say less than 10. But you can also go, we do have a KOA close by, so that picks up that kind of slack and everything. Well, that color's just turning out really pretty. Of course, now it's going to start blending with this blue, but hey, it is what it is, what it is. Whoops, I pushed it too far down, my bad. I couldn't see where I was going. Good gravy. Almost got it all the way off the thing. Can we see what we're doing here? I'm going to come over just a bit. I try to bring it down as far as I can. It's a lot easier to control. But, so I'll just be working on this flower here and see where we go. I haven't worked on the, what do you call it? The actual counted cross stitch, not last night, because I was just fried. I mean, it just, one day, just, we keep having these days, one days after another, being busy, and oh my God. So today, it flowed a lot better, except we had a power outage in the middle of the night, so the stupid computers wouldn't go on until about 11. So, and got that all straightened out. Oh yeah, it was peachy. So that kind of threw off my day, but the rest of it, you know, I mean, it kind of come and go, and not so bad, but it's making me wish I was on vacation. But, okay, now I gotta move you over here. Just gonna go a little bit. Whoops, my bad. I went too far, hang on. Bring you out just a bit. We got to get that little part right there. But I like Joy Sundays because it does have all the symbols that are on here are down on the bottom, right along here, and then up the side a little bit. You know, it depends how many colors, but I can't believe there's 43 colors in this. So it'll be beautiful when it's done. But at least it's something you can pick up and put down, you know, especially if you work on one little section of flowers, or, you know, a flower or a leaf. It's not so daunting as trying to keep track of the other, you know, and the big ones. So now that great big one that I've got coming, it's not here yet. I think it's close. So I will show you that when I get it, and it's coming with another one at the same time. So that'll be nice. But those other 4, I really want them other 4 because they are from Joy Sunday that I know. So, and I'll be anxious to see that other big one and see if the background colors meet up with the picture, because the picture is just stunning of that big one. Oh my God. I wish I had 10 other people to help me with this, but you know, we could do a round robin. You know, I could get all my subscribers and we'll just keep passing it along. Everybody works on it a little bit. And then, you know, by the time we get it back, it'll all be done. Wouldn't that be a good idea? No? I thought it would, because I'm just never going to get it. But I like this one. I really did. And when I went to their so-called site within Amazon to see what else they had, they have their diamond paintings, their paint by numbers, and their cross stitch all on the same page. So you have to read each description really well. So I was not real pleased at the way that they had that all laid out at all. So it takes a while to get through it, but so I can't even begin to tell you if they have anything else I want or anything different. So, all right. Well, we got one more here, guys. So that didn't take so long to get that little part done. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this thread. Hang on. Now there's not enough to save here. You know, to put back, you know, in the stash, so we'll get rid of that. And let me put my needle back down, and I'll show you what I do with my excess thread. Now, normally if I had them in bags, I didn't want to stop to put them in bags. You know how I am. I'm horrible. Horrible, but, you know, after I got over the asthma, I'm like, yep, we're working on that one. Okay. So, and tonight I'll go through and put all the colors in baggies, so we'll be more organized. Okay, so I had 2 strands left from what I had pulled off, and I don't want to go any further with that color, so I'm just going to take this and fold it in half, and we're just going to do a slip knot. So I got, hopefully, I got the circle part here, and I'm just going to pull this through like a slip knot, and that way it's attached to the thread back where it belongs. Now, if I had baggies, I would put it in the baggie, of course. And that way they don't get lost, you don't get confused, and you can just go on to the next color. And we're looking for that line. So at this point, I think my next color is going to be this red, and I have to get on page 9. Because I remember that's what it said. Okay, page 9. And that color is M. So I look on my chart. If I can get it turned. For M. And M is number 22. And it's 898 in the DMC world. Whoops. 22. So we just have a little bit of that, so and it's a brown. Must be part of the branches for something. We'll call it for the leaves and the flowers and all that. So this time, when I cut a thread off, I'm not going to cut very long because I've only got a handful of stitches, so I'll just take a small amount. I'd say it was 12 inches. That ought to do. And put this back here. The reason I don't leave them on this card is because after a while everything starts knotting up and it's a nightmare. Now, I don't have any place to hang those, so you know, never can tell. Haven't gone looking for anything to hang those on, but I have no wall space to hang it on or anything to attach that to. So we're going to get our 2 again. That is, if I can get it threaded. Oh, I did. And it's not very long. So hopefully it'll be long enough for these stitches. But that's what I meant. I wouldn't take too much because I'm just working right here. You know, in this area. Can you see where I'm at? Okay. And so I don't want too much left over. Whoops, sorry. Of course, I had to tip it. You knew I was going to tip it sooner or later. I'm trying to keep all my stitches consistently going in the right direction. Oh, Molly, hush. The neighbor had to come out the door. Whoops. Wrong hole. And I love this 11 count. I mean, for me, it's just perfect. 14's okay, but 11... Molly! 14 is... excuse me. 11 is better, but 14's okay. You know, I can still see it. If I had to go any smaller than that, this would be over in a heartbeat. But... get these orange ones taken care of here. It got about halfway with that thread. Maybe a little over half. I don't know. I don't think it's going to go all the way. That was kind of a big X. Or it just looks big because of the pattern, because it's one of those that that stitch butts up to another stitch and it looks weird. It's bigger than the pattern for the next stitch. So it just makes your stitches look huge. And we're not going to make it all the way. Okay, let's see if I can get that down there. And get a nut. But yeah, I like 11 count over any of them. And, you know, I'm each to his own. I just don't have the eyesight to see anything smaller. Dagnabbit. It's been a stressful week already. And it started Saturday when everything went to pieces, and then Sunday it was like, and then the next day it's like, I can hardly wait for my day off. 2 more days. Yay! Thread this back up here. And I don't have any clue what size this needle is. I don't think it said in particular, but it's got a kind of a narrow. Let me see if I can bring it down. Come on. Come on. Oh, for pity's sake. I'm not doing well here. Oh well. It has a pretty fine eye, you know. I don't think, does it say anything? Just says needles on the front of that. And on this, I don't know. Notes care. Let's see. If it says what side. It says, no, I'm not seeing anything that tells you what type of needle it is, and the rest of the other parts in Chinese. So it does have English, but there's some Chinese character stuff there. Bring you down here. There we go. Sorry. But I think it will help with feeling like you're getting something accomplished if you do one little flower or section or stem. You know, you can look back and say, oh, I got that part done, or, you know, I got that flower done, and it's not so daunting to everybody. You know, yeah, this is a big piece, and yeah, it'll probably take forever to do, but that way, if you work in sections, and I'm trying to train myself to work in sections, like on the big full ones, like I'll do those 4 squares, or I'll do, you know, and I'll just keep coming out and keep myself consistent like that. But it works sometimes, and sometimes there's just so much confetti, you know, you want to do one whole color or whatever. So, you know, each to your own. And you'll find your own way to do things, you know, after you've done it a while. And you might not like my way, you know, you make up your own way. But there are no hard and fast rules. It's just cross stitch. When at the end of the day, it's still just cross stitch. Alright guys, well, we got those 2 colors right there done. Thank you for joining me, guys, and I hope you find this informative. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and do hit the bell, and that way you'll know when the next video comes out. Have a good night. God bless. Bye-bye.